Hey, what's up? Scott Balkum here from Imagination Creation Films, and today we're going to remove the mystery behind tripods. You know, there's a lot of confusion out there on the various types of tripods and which one should I get, and which one should I use, and when do I need to use this one, and why should I buy that one, and it just goes on and on. So we're going to dive into that one in depth today to kind of help you understand all the variety of tripods. But before we dive into that, I want to talk about the swag I'm wearing. The first one is this one, Masters in Motion. If you don't know what Masters in Motion is, you need to find out. If you're a filmmaker, it's amazing. It's a 3+ day event in Austin, Texas every year in December, put on by John and Christina, and they bring in directors, DPs, editors, producers, you name it, and they come and they talk to you. They come and they teach you. They come and they drink beer with you. It is the most phenomenal event of its kind, and I have now been to it 3 or 4 times, and it's amazing. So go to shooteditlearn.com to find out about next year's, and maybe I'll see you there. All right, so let's dive into tripods, because my God, there is a ton of them out there. And what are they? What are the various types? What do you need them for? When should I use this one? When should I use that one? Is there one that fits all? So really what it boils down to, the right tool for the job. There's a variety of sizes, there's a variety of strengths, there's a variety of heights, there's a variety of materials. It's all over the place. But the main ones are, there's aluminum, and there's carbon fiber and plastic. And plastic is going to be your cheapest one. Plastic is going to be your least expensive, least highest quality. It's going to be on the heavy side because plastic, oddly enough, is heavy. It's going to break more often, but it has uses. These are all plastic. These are these little gorilla pods, little tiny jobies. This one is perfect for a GoPro. And you put your GoPro on it. You can wrap these around a flagpole. You can wrap them around it. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They stick. Wrap them around barbed wire. I've done that before. And you can get your shot. They cost almost nothing, so you know what? They break, throw them away, buy a new one. There's a bigger size. You can get away with this one for some of the little tiny, small, like the Sony RX100 Mark V, something like that. Very small point and shoots work just fine on these. I've actually put the G7 on this, and it worked. You got to be careful because these will slouch over time. Many people have complained about that on the interwebs, and it does happen. The older they are, the more you move them around, the more they're likely to do that. I see people all the time, they twist them and they love to keep them in that configuration. Maybe it's my ADD, but I got to have them in perfect order. But by doing this also, you're moving them less, which is going to prolong their life because they have a finite number of moves that they can do before they start getting loose. This one is quite sturdy. This one is okay. It is starting to show its age a little bit. This one is the biggest one of these gorilla pods, and up here at the top, it's actually getting pretty loose, and it will start to creep down on you. But this one, you can actually put the GH5 on there. You can put an A7R Mark II. You can put a variety of DSLRs and mirrorless on here with no problem at all. Then we move into the more portable. One thing you need to understand, what is a tripod? Well, a tripod is 3 legs. Now, there's something to this that's important. Let's just move that out of the way and make it a little less awkward. This is 3 legs, that's a tripod. This is one leg. So you need to understand if you're going to use a tripod like this, and there's a time and a place for these, that you have lost some of the stability of the 3 legs by going into 1 leg. And there are times when I will actually unscrew this and put the head directly on here. You lose a little bit of height, but you gain that extra 3 legs of stability. These are super fast. They're lightweight. These are carbon fiber. Well, they're carbon fiber with some aluminum and some plastic and some rubber, but they're mostly carbon fiber and they're very lightweight. These are adjustable for flat, so you can get it really low. You can change it to various heights and stability. Ideally, you want these legs as far apart as possible because that will make your most stable platform. This one is good for travel, really not good for any kind of wind or anything like that because it's just going to wiggle. It's not that sturdy. These are, they're good. I carry this around almost everywhere I go because it is a tripod that will work for 90% of my situations that I'm using a GH5 for. Next we go into, these are more photography based tripods. This one is an aluminum mount and they will go quite high as it disappears, you know. And the aluminum is going to weigh a little bit more than carbon fiber, but it is less expensive to manufacture, so you can get a deal. These will also go out flat if you need it. Now this one has the center shaft here that you can raise up. Remember what we talked about. If you use a center shaft like this, you are now to one leg at the top, so you've lost some stability. You can take this apart, drop this directly into here. You'll lose a little bit of height, but you'll gain that stability. Next one is the Manfrotto carbon fiber. This one is basically the same version of this one, but it's in carbon fiber, and this one is a 4-stage, and this one is a 3-stage. What are stages? Quite simply, how many sections of the leg are there? So this one has 1, 2, and then the third is the top one. A 4-stage right here has 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Why would you want a 4-stage over a 3-stage? Well, typically when you have a 4-stage, you're doing it so that you can make it shorter. This one may fit into a carry-on suitcase, whereas this one may not. Another reason that they might do 4 stages is to make them taller. The tripod that the camera is sitting on right now is actually it's a Manfrotto 536. It's a carbon fiber heavy-duty tripod, but it is designed for extra height. So the extra stage on it gets it 8 feet in the air. Does not fold down to a small size, but that's not why I purchased it. Right tool for the job. So this one, really good for lightweight photography, running around with it. If you're backpacking, you don't want to carry a lot of weight, so this one is perfect for that. Next, we move on to a monopod, and this is a Manfrotto. So monopods, they are also multi-stage. This one, I believe, is a 5-stage monopod. It also has these tripod legs at the bottom. It will not hold hardly anything on these legs that are just for extra stability. But what's the deal with a monopod? Well, put your camera on it, you quickly run up, and you can hold a fairly steady shot and be able to get the shot that you need really quickly. They drop pretty quick, and you can get them pretty tall. And you can actually put little lightweight video heads on top. So now all of a sudden you can do a video move. Now, they're not the most fluid moves on the planet because the smaller the head, usually the less cinematic they're going to feel. The fluid in there, if they are even fluid, is just not going to be able to cut the mustard for a lot of video stuff, but they will work in a pinch. And I've carried this around for a lot of different stuff. In fact, I've actually had the red on here and running around, set it down real fast, get my shot, walk away. Because you can carry it and it's not a whole lot of weight. Next up, this one. This is a Manfrotto. This is a video tripod. This is an aluminum one. These are usually called twin leg or tandem leg in their configuration. Now this one is awkward just because it's a little bit different. It has these spreaders in the middle. The reason is it keeps it from the legs from being able to fall out or in or collapse upon themselves. If the spreader is in the middle, it's called a mid spreader. If it's at the very bottom of the foot, then it's called a bottom spreader. And quite frankly, these are far, far more strong than these. You can hang on these. I've seen people where they were hanging and swinging from them. They are very, very strong. This one is aluminum, so it's going to weigh a little bit more. The mechanisms on them, you just pull a lever, slides up and down, super easy to adjust, and back down. They fold down into a bigger bundle. From there, we're going to, this is a Miller, and this is also a tandem twin legs, just a different design than the Manfrotto. It is also aluminum. They sell it in a carbon fiber as well. You can get that on either of these. And they are, the Miller to me is just built a little bit stronger than the Manfrotto. Manfrotto's no slouch, don't get me wrong, but I like the Miller better. And then the last one, which unfortunately you can't see, is that Manfrotto 536. The 536 legs are, I mean, they're about this big around in the bottom. They're very, very stout. Which tripod should you get? Right tool for the job. So you want to select the tripod based upon your need. If you're going to hang a big camera on it and you're going to hang a big video head on it and you need that stability, then you need to think about a very, very heavy duty tripod. Even a tandem leg with photography is not unheard of. It's got stability. Think about, are you carrying it somewhere or is it just arriving? If it's just arriving, you can get the stoutest thing you want because you don't have to carry it. But are you taking it up 500 feet up a hill? Well, you might want to consider a carbon fiber at that point. It's all cost. These things can go through the roof in price. You can spend $7,000 on a pair of sticks, set of sticks. These right here, I mean, this is, I think, $9. And these here, I think, were about $7.50. Those were $8 something for those. This was $600. I think this one is about $450. This one is probably $250. Again, this one ranges from $80 to $250. This one is about $150. This one, as configured, is about $300, I think. So choose the right tripod that meets your needs and has the weight that you can handle. There is no one tripod that just does it all, which is why, honestly, well, I don't need half of these. I am perfectly happy with this tripod, this monopod, this carbon fiber. This one I could go either way with. If I had this one and this one, I'm going to choose this one. But I like this one. And then this guy right here. And that's really, I mean, that's a variety of conditions right there. So I hope that answers a few of your questions. If I didn't answer your questions, please feel free to put those down below in the comment section. I do read all those comments and try to reply to each and every one of them, even if it's just to say thank you. If you could do me a great favor and click that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And right next to that subscription button is the little alert bell. If you click that, it'll let you know every time I upload a video. And you do want to know, right? Also, if you would, just give me a thumbs up down there. You know, I really do want to make this an amazing community of people. And YouTube is a strange beast, but you end up creating these little micro communities. And I want this community to be for you. So I do appreciate each and every one of you that communicates and talks and watches my video. And I appreciate that. So this has been Scott Balkum from Imagination Creation Films. And I always like to close it out with my motto: don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.